Why do you keep eating even when you're not even hungry? I used to ask myself that very question every single night after polishing 3 entrees of Indian food, a whole pizza, and whatever else I could find in my kitchen. And I'd tell myself, tomorrow will be different, but tomorrow never was until I figured out what was actually going on. And now I haven't binged in years, and the food discipline I have today feels stronger than anything I ever thought I was capable of. So here's what nobody tells you about overeating and binge eating. The real problem to this is not food, okay? So a few years ago, I would just go to work and I'd come home exhausted and bored, and the only thing I looked forward to for some comfort was just sitting on my couch and watching YouTube videos and eating some takeout foods or snacks. And that was my whole routine. Just wake up, go to work, come home, and scroll on social media and eat, and then go to sleep and feel like crap and just repeat. And I knew I was gonna feel like crap in the morning before I even ate the food. And I kept thinking, why can't I just stop eating? And then I realized I wasn't actually hungry. I was just bored, and I was understimulated, and I was using food as the only source of excitement in my day, right? So we as human beings naturally crave stimulation, and that's normal, that's okay. But if the only stimulation you're giving yourself is just scrolling on social media and eating food, your body will never know what else to crave when it wants to feel something, some stimulation. Because that's the only stimulation sources, only feel-good sources you've been exposing to your body, right? So we just get on social media when we're bored or want to feel something, or we order food or go to the grocery store and get snacks. And some even go for alcohol and drugs. It's all the same thing, okay? So for me, everything changed when I enrolled in massage school, because suddenly I had somewhere to be 5 days a week. I had to show up. But here's the turning point. I wanted to show up and feel good performing massage in school. So this was a passion, and I felt purposeful learning how to massage. And because of this, for the first time in years, I started eating in a way that would make me feel energized, right? I'd go to the salad bar and get a big salad on my way home, or I'd go to the grocery store and get ingredients to make one at home, or make my own curry or stew at home without all of the restaurant oils and loads of salt that were making me feel like crap. And I would do this because I had a reason to feel good the next day. I wanted to keep my energy levels up. I wanted to be brain fog free. I had a reason to make myself feel good. So when you fill your time with meaningful activities, you'll naturally stop turning to food for stimulation. So this could be a yoga class 3 times a week, or a pottery class. It could be finally starting that business you've been thinking about. It could be taking a class at a community college, or joining some type of group that meets up every day or every other day. Maybe it's joining a gym with a trainer. Maybe it's hiring an online coach like myself, where you meet on a video call every day. The point is, you need to integrate something into your life, into your routine, that makes you feel purposeful and proud and passionate in the moment of doing it. Something you look forward to. And you may not know what that thing is right now, or you may think, oh, there's nothing I like, everything sucks. And I felt that way too, until I just started putting myself out there and trying different stuff, okay? You need something that allows you to enter a flow state where you're fully immersed in the present moment and out of your thoughts, right? So maybe it's just having a walking buddy every day for an hour, and you guys listen to an audiobook together. Because here's the truth, a lot of the time when you're craving food, your body is just craving stimulation, right? And after you eat these foods, you don't actually feel satisfied with that stimulation you just gave it. You just want to hide from the world and go to sleep, and you feel like crap. It doesn't actually make you feel good. Maybe for the 5 to 10 minutes you're eating it, you're experiencing this huge drug-like stimulation and dopamine rush, but 10 to 15, 20 minutes after, the high crashes, now you're depressed. Okay, it's not real satisfaction. And here's the other turning point. This is just the only satisfaction you expose yourself to. So your body just resorts to thinking about food when you want to be stimulated or satisfied. But when you give yourself healthier sources of stimulation, that void, that empty space you've been trying to fill with food gets fulfilled by something real. Now, when I finished massage school, I didn't have that same level of accountability anymore. I wasn't showing up 5 days a week to a place where people were expecting me in between finishing school and getting a job. So I gave myself a new reason. I started documenting my health journey online and helping people. So that became my why. I wanted to show up. I wanted to inspire others to eat healthy and feel good in their bodies, because I know how it feels to be stuck in this loop of being controlled by food addiction. So I wasn't going to binge at night because I gave myself a checklist every single night of purposeful work I had to show up and do every day. But this work made me, and still makes me, feel purpose in life. I was passionate for it, right? It naturally holds me accountable to just make some healthy dishes at home. And as I did this, made these healthy dishes, I got better at making the foods that I'd get from the restaurants that I love, but healthier versions of them, right? So I wanted to get good at making these meals too, so I can share them with people online. I was passionate in that. And I couldn't fulfill that passion if I kept resorting to just binging on takeout and not creating. So you will always binge on takeout, by the way, because it's not nutritious, it's not nourishing, it's not satiating. So your body's always gonna crave more. This is why you can eat so much of it. It's just taste and nothing but taste. So the shift is to expose yourself to new sources of stimulation and passions. Once you do this, food just becomes one source of stimulation instead of the only one that your body resorts to. And your body starts craving the things that actually make you feel alive. So here's what you can do right now. You can write out a list of hobbies and activities or interests that could make you feel purposeful or proud. Even if you just commit to one for 10 minutes today or tomorrow, just start here. And whenever you're craving something, maybe just go on a night walk. Find a walking buddy, or by yourself, or buy a bike, and just going out, even when you're craving some crappy food. Throw in some headphones, listen to an audiobook or a podcast that rewires your mind for positive thoughts, right? Something you're interested in. Because 9 times out of 10, that craving will be fulfilled by just getting out the house and moving and circulating that stagnant energy within you. So, number 1 is to just move your body. That's the easiest, even if you don't want to. I never feel like going on a night walk or riding my bike or eating some fruit even when I crave something. But once I just get myself to do it, I feel so much better. And looking out for your future self too, right? How do I want to be feeling in the morning, right? I know I want to wake up feeling good, so that's another why. That's my why power. I want to feel good every morning. How do I want to be feeling in 20 minutes from now, right? I'm all about being in the present moment, but when it comes to food, how do I want to be feeling 20 minutes from now, an hour from now, tomorrow morning, right? And then the next is just to integrate a hobby or a schedule, a routine, something for yourself. Implement something in your life that allows you to feel purposeful doing so and passionate, right? This gives you a reason to want to eat healthy, so you feel healthy the next day to show up for that something or someone. This naturally holds you accountable. And this activity is going to fulfill that void you've been looking for in food. And I say to show up for something or someone because our reward systems have been wired in society to expect reward from teachers, parents, our spouse or friends, or people online with likes and comments. So for you, maybe it's joining a community where you guys meet up 3 or 4 times a week. Maybe it's a yoga class. Maybe it's committing to putting in the steps required to launch that business you've been wanting to start. Maybe it's taking a class at a community college, right? So food is just one source of stimulation. Once you start exposing your cells to different sources of stimulation, so when you do crave stimulation, your body knows it has more options and thinks of different options whenever it wants to be stimulated, besides just food. Because we all know after that food, you're not actually satisfied. You just want to hide from the world and go to sleep, and you feel like crap. It doesn't actually satisfy what your body was signaling to you that it wants. Now, here's tip number 2. Stock up on lots of juicy fruits, okay, and bananas and avocados and sweet potatoes. Because here's what happens. You're way less likely to order DoorDash or go to the store for snacks if you're already stocked up, and this forces you to just come up with a meal with what you have, all right? Make healthier versions of what you're craving as well. You can make walnut meat tacos with coconut wraps, or zucchini noodles with cashew Alfredo, or fruit salads with coconut cream, or ice cream alternatives made out of bananas in a food processor. If you're a woman who wants to lose weight naturally but just simply doesn't know what to eat that actually tastes good and satisfies those cravings, I've created something that works every single time. It's called the Weight Loss Food Replacement Guide, and it's packed with savory and sweet snacks that completely curb your cravings and actually taste delicious and make you feel good afterwards. So I'll leave a link to check that out below for free. And here's something most people do not realize. A lot of what we think is hunger is actually your body craving hydration. So when you eat these dry, heavy, dense foods like pizza and burgers and Chinese takeout and sweets, your body can't pull enough water into the cells. So your brain reads that as, I didn't get what I needed, go get more. So you binge. But high water fruits like watermelon and grapes and pears and oranges and berries and smoothies, these give your body exactly what it's asking for: hydration and minerals and natural energy and fiber. This is why whole fruits work so well. Whether you're craving sweet or savory, your body is asking for hydration and quick energy and real nutrition. It's really just a sign of deficiency as well. And these processed foods mimic satisfaction but don't provide you with that cellular hydration or nutrients that your cells are actually asking for. So this is why your brain keeps asking for more and more and more. So whole foods satisfy cravings, all right? Now to recap all of this, stop turning to food as your only source of stimulation, okay? You gotta fill your time with activities that make you feel purposeful. You've gotta give yourself a reason to want to feel good so that you eat good, okay? And it's as simple as that. If you don't have a reason or anything or anyone to show up for, there's no accountability, there's no motivation to even feel good. And just simply move. Get out of your house, or just start stretching in your house on the ground. Put on a YouTube video or an audiobook that rewires your thoughts. I recommend Neville Goddard, perfect author for this. Just look him up on YouTube and listen to one of his long talking videos. And then next up is just to Stock up on high water fruits, even sweet potatoes and avocados. These whole foods, these are dense and they're gonna actually satisfy you. Most of the time when you're craving food, your body is just craving hydration and nutrients and stimulation. Those are the three things. So the only way to break this cycle is just to change your inputs or add in new inputs. Go for a walk, do some stretching, eat some fruit, drink some tea. And a big one too is to rewire your social media feed to unfollow all triggering food content and start following people eating fruit and big ass delicious creamy salads. So when you do go on social media, you're being positively influenced and you start thinking about these fruits and these healthy meals throughout the day. So that's everything. It's as simple as just integrating new inputs into your life to create a new output, to create a new experience in a new body. If you're a woman over 30 and you want my help implementing all of this and losing 75 pounds or more directly with me one-on-one, I'll leave a link below the food replacement sheet to book a free 15-minute call with me to see if I can help. Happy healing, family. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.